Hey, what's up, guys? This is Claveria, and welcome to the new episode of MLM Branding Secrets. Now, today, guys, I want to show you on how I am optimizing my assets. So, let's just do the intro, and I'm gonna give you this one. So, here's the big question. If you are a real network marketer like us, who see that MLM is an amazing opportunity to build real assets for yourself, how to explode our team by using marketing strategies without even mentioning the MLM company we're in, or even the products. How to recruit our dream prospects into our own downlines without even depending on our family and friends, and create big incomes yet still have a lot of time to do the things that we actually want. That's the real mystery that this podcast will give you the answer. So, here's the new tactics without those old traditional MLM methods. My name is Claveria, and welcome to MLM Branding Secrets. Hey, what's up, my friends? Now, in the past few days, there's so many actually exciting things that's happening. People are coming, people are contacting, not just in network marketing in general. Just to be clear, it's getting to know people in other industries. And so, doing that, there's so many things or opportunities that pops out. Getting to know people, talking with them, chatting with them, and really looking for ways to help each other. Whether they are in the industry or not, whether they are in my group or not. That's the most fascinating thing, especially in the online world. Okay, do you get it? So, imagine there's so many people coming to you who ask or really get to know you. Just imagine that. So, one of these days, my biggest struggle is actually making time to create my content. And so, I reviewed all of the priorities and all of the plans that I need to adjust in order to maximize all of my time. Because I cannot create content and I cannot maximize my time on creating content. So there's this one guy that really bugs me and there's really give me a tips on how to do this, especially optimizing assets. So the thing he said is you have to figure out what is the best way for you to produce content in that specific platform and in that specific distribution. Because if you're not even optimizing your assets online, chances are you're wasting producing that content. You're just producing content for the sake of producing content, but not producing content as a marketer. To get it? Most people right now just create content again and again, but there's no strategy behind it. You know, most of the time people just do blogs and everything, but yeah, but there's no reason for us to really do it, right? There's no strategy behind it. They're just putting out content. I'm not against those blogs because there's so many vloggers who have a strategy behind it because they know how to create their assets, but most just do it just to create content. And so that really bugs me out. And then what I did was list out all of my content. And then one of the major things, especially, is this podcast. So, in a podcast, in this show, in the MLM Branding Secret Show, the thing is, I look at all the assets that I put out there. And then, the stats, I just saw the stats. And then the stats on the video and everything. Then I'm wondering, is this an asset or a liability? If I put my show in this platform, is it an asset or a liability? Is it growing there or not? So the thing is, I constantly dabbled and really think about it. And so I find ways, I love listening to podcasts, especially on while working, while driving, while walking outside, even though I'm doing something. Instead of listening to music in my ears, I'll just plug up podcasts and I learn something new. And so I look at all these podcasters, amazing podcasters that already have a big following. And so, you know, the quote like, we have to model what successful people do, because there's already a pattern to success and a pattern to failure. So I look at all these podcasters who is already an influencer online. And then the thing is, I saw how they put out their assets, how they put out their liabilities and assets, how they identify, is this piece of content gonna grow in this platform? Is this piece of content gonna grow in this platform? What kind of content will get involved in the context of the platform? The goal of the platform, how they distribute it, how do they want it, so they can also promote their content. It's like a collaboration in the platform. Let's say in Facebook, if you don't have or you don't have any idea how to put the real assets in the right ones inside Facebook, chances are Facebook are not even gonna promote it. Please get it. It's like when you want to contact someone and you want to collaborate with them, you want help, chances are they're gonna find out what are you gonna put or offer in them. Is it gonna help them or not? Because they're not also gonna promote it. So I saw the same thing in different platforms, which is so amazing. So whether it's in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, there are different goals in different platforms. So I need to align on their goals of the platform. I just imagine, hey, if this platform is a person, what's his goal or her goal? Please get it. That's how I see it on this. And so I got an epiphany. So I have to figure out what the goal of every platform is, because if I just put content in there and it just really just a content but really don't helps the platform, chances are it's gonna get buried on the platform. And so I gotta shift my focus and optimize things on identifying what are the best assets in this platform. If I put an audio in here, is it gonna be the best ones or not? Is it a video platform? Is this a text platform? How do the people behave in this platform? And so over the past few days, I realized that most podcasters is actually doing podcasts only on podcast platforms. Yes, some have video platforms, but usually they just started on the stats. One of the things that I realized is most people who are in podcasting, their audio podcast works well in audio platforms, not in YouTube in general. Yeah, there's some things in channel or live, right? Because there's a different context behind it. But for me, it's not. I can't optimize my time to do this. And so what I'm gonna do is actually gonna shift my focus on just creating an audio podcast. And then when I have more time in creating digital assets for an audio or video podcast, then maybe I'm gonna do it. Maybe it's gonna be a season 2 or everything. So what's gonna happen is actually I'm gonna create and put my content specifically where it will grow and appreciated. So for me to not maximize your time, because frankly, in my behavior, if I want to listen to a podcast, I can just go to a podcast platform and just plug my earphone and listen to it while I'm doing something. I'm not gonna pull out a video and then listen to it. Right? Because it's a podcast. And specifically right now, what I'm gonna do is also shift my focus on creating videos specifically for it to grow on a platform. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm constantly figuring things out on what are the best assets for every platform that will grow consistently. Is it gonna be an asset in here or just a liability and just waste my time? So I want to maximize things for you guys and for people to have the best experience on every platform. Because that's how I'm gonna optimize my assets, my online assets. Right? So there is this quote that I really want to share with you. Guys, change the plan, but never the goal. Change the plan, but never the goal. We all have, if you want to go somewhere in a destination, it's let's say it's a 1 hour drive, and from your home, are gonna go out, and when you go out, driving about and constantly in doing the road, chances are some roads are rocky, some roads are blocked, some roads have more traffic than the other. So we have to change plans and figure out what's the best way to get there faster, right? So that's the same thing that I'm doing here. I'm changing the plan, but never the goal. The goal is in there. I'm just changing my plan for me to maximize and figure out how to optimize on how to get there faster. You guys get it? And so I want you guys to have the best experience in every assets that I put out. So I want you guys to really understand on you have to create something that outlives you. Okay, so some of the big difference is some do it for the money, but yeah, I do it for my legacy. So I want to be very clear on that. So one of the biggest quotes that keeps me going and doing this really actually is build your business and leave a legacy. Alright? So again guys, that's how I optimize my assets. Maybe you can figure out your own. What's the best asset in this platform and how can you optimize it? Is it gonna be a liability or not? So you can maximize your time. Instead of me just producing video podcasts which just been a liability, chances are I'm gonna create and then use that time to create something that's gonna be an asset. So again guys, I'm so excited for you, and really you have to put something out there, your assets in the internet. So determine your assets and liabilities that you're gonna put out. Alright? So again guys, thank you for listening to this podcast, and just a reminder, it's still available in the podcast platform, but I'm not gonna produce more video podcasts in a while for YouTube. Okay? Just I'm very clear on that. Maybe I'm gonna produce something in the long run, but not right now. Okay? I'm gonna focus on optimizing all my assets online to maximize my time and our growth. Alright? So again guys, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I hope that you're building something exciting. Alright? So this is Claveria, and thank you for listening, and see you on the next episode. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for listening. Do you want more strategies to build your own business? Then please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. Would you like me to teach your own downline 5 simple MLM recruiting tips for free? If so, then go download your free MLM branding pack today by going to MLMBrandingSecrets.com.